Hi, everybody, and welcome to Greek This Week, episode number 11. And our Greek word for this week is gelao, which means to laugh. And this word occurs in Genesis chapter 18, where we hear the story about Abraham and Sarah, and Abraham being given for the second time, I believe, given the news that Sarah will bear him a son. And the first time he hears this, he laughs. And this time, Sarah hears this news from these three mysterious men or angels or whatever they are, who Abraham feeds outside his tent. And Sarah laughs at this time at the news that she will mysteriously, at the age of 100, I think she is, or 90 perhaps, she will bear a son. So this is an interesting word, and obviously laughter is a fun, enjoyable thing. It feels good to laugh. It's a wonderful thing to laugh. But there's also the sense of being laughed at, which may not be such a good feeling, right? We've all had that feeling of someone laughing at us, which is a very different thing than laughing in general or laughing together with people versus being laughed at or laughing at others, which we might distinguish as something different and not good or not kind. And so it's interesting to see the occurrence of this word laughter in Scripture. Now, in the New Testament, we don't see very many instances of this word gelao, but Jesus does use this word in the Gospel of Luke in chapter 6, verse 21. And in that verse, Jesus is saying that blessed are those who are crying or who cry, for they will laugh. So there's some distinction that Jesus is a kind of a polar opposite relationship that Jesus is drawing between crying and laughing. And indeed, we might see these two sort of human physiological and emotional activities, events, crying and laughing, as opposites. But we all know that crying and laughing can even happen kind of in the same moment or one moment after another, right? We might be crying one moment and laughing the next in a very kind of heightened emotional state of grief or fear or excitement, any of those things. So this story is clearly an instance of sort of heightened emotional intensity, and we might want to ask, is Sarah laughing at, or is she laughing with? Perhaps laughing with Abraham, or is she laughing at these angels or these three mysterious men, or is she laughing at herself and at the possibility that she could conceive and bear a son at her old age, an age where we are told in Scripture that she can no longer bear children, right? We presumably after menopause and a period when she can no longer actually bear children. And this is funny to her. So this encounter with God produces laughter. And whether that laughter is enjoyable and pleasurable for Sarah, or whether it's something that is perhaps distressing to her, may not be entirely clear. But this is a wonderful Greek word, and I hope this sort of exploration of the story of Abraham and Sarah and of Sarah's laughter and what might it mean for us, I hope this is enriching to you in some way in your daily life and faith. Thank you for listening this week.